Hello everyone, welcome to Hearts of Iron 4 with me, Golden Self, now Twitch edition. I'm doing this recording while playing live on Twitch, so I'm going to try to do that for future recordings as well, maybe not all of them, but here and there. Having to wait 3 days for this was kind of a pain, so I ended up playing an epic Japan campaign. Let's see. I'll show you some of the saves. We start out like that, and I ended up like this. No? That can't be right. That's not right. Not like that. No, it was all the way up to 1950 actually. Wait a minute, where is it? Took me forever because I sucked. And I still suck, but I'm getting a little bit better. This taught me a lot. It ended up like this. Oh man, so basically I puppeted China with national focus. I forgot to take this for them in the peace deal with Russia because they would join the Comintern. It was a long story. I kind of have the story in saves, I guess, but it took me forever. Where were we in 1940? Let's see. I did some kind of peace deal then. Let's see what happened. Or was this one of my previous attempts? Yeah, this was No, okay, what I did was I took each of these first, and then I puppeted this, and then I invaded, well, then I pressured France for this, and Siam for this, and France turned us over, Siam became a puppet. And then I attacked the Soviet Union, and man was that hard. I just didn't know what I was doing partly, but also because it was just, they have a lot of troops and it was a big slog and I didn't know much about division design yet. Let's see, where's a good one? Let's go to 48. I think I started probably around 43 or something. It took a long time until basically January 1950 before I could beat them. This was where I had just finished dividing them in two. That took forever. Anyway, let's go back. Stop wasting time. And load the Japan game. I mean, not Japan, whoops. Load the Great Britain game. 8/22/19. Yeah, I just kind of wish it had like the actual date of the recording on it, because that would be very useful. Let's try that again. Okay. So I've been doing not a lot, I've been doing some reading. Apparently you don't really want to garrison guys like this. You want to do at least one fallback line. Yeah, you know what? There's also a button. I think it's Control H. Doesn't seem to be working though. Alright, whatever. You could also delete order. That'll work. I think there's a button to unassign individual move, or there's a key combo to unassign. I know there is, to unassign individual movement units. These guys are actually not I'll probably use these guys offensively, but I guess I'll go ahead and give them fallback lines. I'll give them one giant one, because we're only an island. The main thing is basically southern England, I guess. I don't really have to worry about an invasion, but it's convenient as well for using as a location for your troops to recruit to. Yeah, it can be too big, that's fine. Or just go up the eastern coast rather. And just leave it there, because I'm probably not planning to use this so much as a naval defense force. Hopefully my ships will handle that. My ships, oh my gosh. That's gonna be a pain. Not looking forward to that. Alright, where were we? We've got to change our constructions up. I don't think I want to do this after all. We need to build more civilian factories. Might as well finish what we've been doing, but we need to build more civilian factories, more than anything. But probably not this many. Still, it doesn't hurt to get them going. Where are we for our government and stuff? It's been a while since I looked at this. Volunteer only. Export focus. Free trade is probably better for us. and we're gonna need to do this. Oh, I decided to go communist, just for the hell of it. It's gonna make things more interesting, and I'm sure that if Twitch chat were here, and hopefully they'll be showing up at some point, that you know, oh, let's turn day night off again. It will be, what am I trying to say? They would want that. They would love for me to be a communist. So let's see here. Have we got the next level of this? No, you should check on where all this. So we got a new military factory. Here's the thing. We need to focus on building. How many of those do we have saved up? Like barely any. 85. We need to basically focus. Let's not really worry about building tanks right now. Let's use our factories and our resources for other stuff, particularly planes and ships. As far as ships go, I do think that destroyers are the main thing we need, followed by probably battleships and then carriers, and then light cruisers. Oh, actually submarines is somewhere above battleships too, I think, but we might have enough. We basically want to always be building these, I think. So we'll just build like extras of these right now, and then just keep building these as well. Now, let's see. As far as planes go, where are we on all that? We're researching. What are you? Oh, we have the next level of fighter. Why am I not building it? We're researching heavy fighters. And strategic bombers. But I think more useful to us probably, yeah, we are going to need strategic bombers. And I guess I'd want these to escort them. But I've read that you don't really need to escort them that much, especially, so what we should probably do is build some hurricanes. Right now. I don't know why. I must have forgotten to do that. And let's put, let's also make more support equipment. Eventually, I don't know what, as a communist country, we can do all kinds of stuff. I mean, we can attack wherever we want, but we're not communist yet. Fortunately, I haven't waited too long to do that, and as soon as I get 150 power, I can hire the communist revolutionary, which should help me do that. It'll just make the balanced power a little more interesting. In my US game, which is Ahistorical, these guys actually, instead of completely eating Czechoslovakia, they ate the Czech part and they kept Slovakia. And then, as a puppet, and then they invaded, I think they puppeted Hungary and Romania or something. And then Poland, meanwhile, it probably was because, oh, there's a Spanish Civil War. It probably was because Poland created its own faction and got these guys in it, which would be a fun game to do at some point. And they puppeted, was it Latvia or Lithuania? I'm not sure. Doesn't really matter, does it? Military factories. We've got one free, so let's use it on... Let's just try to build a stockpile of infantry equipment. When are we going to get the next level of that? The sooner the better. Also, we should probably... I mean... We should probably get as much of the industrial stuff as quickly as possible. Service overseas. Okay, so... Oh, I see. We're only here. I think I did record a little further than this in the, maybe in the YouTube campaign. I feel like the Spanish Civil War had started already. Or maybe not, I don't know. This I can't do unless these guys go... fascist. Which they won't. So, as we've talked about before. So let's see here. I'm gonna adjust my mic, so sorry for the sound problem. Alright, just trying to get my pop filter a little closer to my face. Alright, so... Not enough world tension for these quite yet. What would this do? Wartime industry, civilian and military conversion cost minus 20%. Yeah, we should save doing that for then. Motorized, we're gonna want, but we're not ready yet to do that. We need to focus on ships and planes. British austerity. Okay. That looks good, but we can't do that yet. So it looks like it's going to have to be encouraged colonial elite, or Mediterranean bastion. Where are these going to be? In the province of Alexandria, okay. And we can't do this yet, right? Ooh, we can. All this does is add forts. Let's just get to war with Germany later, if we want to go into that But it takes, we can't do that yet. So let's go ahead and do. This strengthens Alexandria. This decreases research time, so this seems like the obvious choice. Because with lower research time, the sooner you get lower research time, the more you benefit from it. Oh, we can do this. Excellent. Let's go ahead and grab the communist. Communism on the rise. While workers rise up against their oppressors around the world, those who claim to have achieved class consciousness in the United Kingdom sit idly by and wait for change to come from within a political system so thoroughly corrupt, only revolution could save us from it. So speak new voices in the British communist movement. Referring to the rule of the Conservative Party as a dictatorship of the bourgeois, they have begun calling for it to be brought out of power by any means necessary. Whether those means will come from within or without remains to be seen. Maybe those in the government itself who support these ideals increases the chance of internal support for communist coup, or increases the chance a movement for the people must seek support from the people. Well, let's do that instead, because our election is in, well, shoot. This is actually, I didn't know this was here. I didn't know whether we want to, I knew there was an event, but I didn't know what it would be. So do we want to make it a violent transition or try to make it a peaceful transition? Chance of internal support for a coup. Movement for the people must seek support from the people. I just don't know that we're gonna get all the way to, I don't think we're gonna get to over 50% communist by 1939. The rate change is what? Should say so on here somewhere. 0.1 per day. So we need 50%. How much is there of this right now? 1%? Yeah, we need at least 50%. So that's like 500 days, right? Do I have that right? Let me look at my calculator just to be sure. I mean, it's pretty basic math, but you don't want to do math while you're either streaming or recording. So let's see. 50. I did that wrong. What do I don't know, man. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe it's a good reason I stopped going to school here. But that's what happens when you stop. I used to be good at math. Now I'm not at all. Well, you know what? Let's just go with the coup option. And it'll be more fun anyway. Because we can have a violent uprising. And if it fails, it fails. It may still have to wait until like over 50% anyway. So now that that's done, or started, we still have a long time before we actually become communist. Probably until like 41 or something. I mean, how many days is it between now? That's another way of looking at it. Like, if it's gonna be, let's say, what's 39? It's November 39, okay. So, I'm sorry you can't see the calculator. Actually, I could put it on screen and start. Oh, no, it's just a black mark. Alright. And it's got weird mouseness on it. That's pretty cool. But it doesn't help us, so we're just gonna have to take that off and figure that out some other time. So, whatever, guys. I don't care. I'm done wasting time on that. I'll have to edit that. Frame rate's not great at speed 5, but it is getting there. Using speed 5 because, well, what else can I do? We are going to need more. How is our constructions going? Okay, we're working on it. This point of the game is basically just all going to be waiting around at speed 5 for things to happen. I'm recruiting guys, but they're not getting out. Why? Because they don't have supplies. Okay. Because we're prioritizing reinforcement. That's fine with me. How are we doing on research? When can we get the next infantry equipment? 39, okay. And then we've got some other stuff. Paratroopers will get eventually. But let's see. We got factory. Let's just start making a lot of this and go for this much of this eventually. As many fighters as possible. We have close air support, right? We do. Why are we making inter-war bombers when we can do close air support 1? And we're gonna make a bunch of those. And as soon as we can, that is. We just don't have the industrial capability yet. As we get more of these factories built, we'll be able to. And as we get more of these construction researches, need to get to this one. And this is going to help as well, get our efficiency up. Or this is not I mean, this is factory output, but this as well will help. They're all good. I mean, these are all really important to get early in the game, it seems. Republican Spain wants to accept. That's fine. I can't send them any soldiers, unfortunately, because world tension isn't high enough. We need it to be at least 50%. As the US, there's a national focus that lowers that requirement. And I think there's just a national focus that outright gives you the ability to send volunteers somewhere in here as well. Indian National Army. As Japan, there's a national focus to create an Indian National Army, I believe. Alright, battlefield, we got construction. I mean, concentrated industry. We need... I guess we'll do this. I mean, it's almost 37 already. Let's see, 190 days, 180. I mean, it's not that much of a difference. Let's just do the construction 2, as well as the factories, concentrated industry 2. Just start them off, because they won't take too much longer than they would otherwise. Courage Colonial Elite is done, okay. So, for the Commonwealth ties, which improves the, gives democratic leanings and improves the relationship with those people, or get free building slot and factory. Well, that's like a no-brainer. We're gonna do the factory one and dockyard one. Those guys love me anyway, not an issue, and we can get that. We're gonna run out of national foci later, so when we're like, you know, not even that far into the game, because there's one every 70 days, so it does not take long at all. Oh, King Edward abdicates. Alright, let's read this before anything else. My timer just went off for the episode. Prime Minister Baldwin has made it quite clear that the dignity of King Emperor will be impinged if he were to marry not just a commoner, but also a divorcee. And if that was not bad enough, I can't do it, I'm sorry, an American. It's what I am, I can't help it. After much soul-searching, His Majesty has chosen love over duty and has chosen to abdicate. His younger brother Albert will assume the mantle as King George VI. London bookmakers are already taking odds on whether this shy man will make it to his own coronation. God save King George VI. Alright, so now we got much better national unity. I'm going to go a few extra minutes because I think I'm going to edit out the parts where I screwed around with the stream, rather. Scream? The Scream. The Scream is what I'm going to be doing when I go to war and I'm not ready, most likely. Just making factories. I mean, it's a couple extra minutes of waiting around. Free dockyards, yeah, okay. Okay, so we have the opportunity now to just build more. What do we have? 4 carriers, 12 battleships, 3 battle cruisers, 16 heavy cruisers, 30 light cruisers, 140 destroyers. It's a good amount. 44 submarines. Oh, we need more submarines. We need a lot more submarines. So, submarines. Oh, we don't have the latest submarines research day. I mean, maybe I'll wait for Bristol Blenheim then, and for these planes, and then research. No, let's just start making them. Some submarines are better than no submarines. And if they get sunk. They get sunk. Right now, we're not dying for resources. I believe the latest one here is the. I don't know what's the best one of these. I think we looked at this. I looked at this before and I forgot. I'm just gonna pick this one because I can't be bothered. And we've got a lot that we can build. Okay, so maybe we do use them all like that for now. And maybe actually pull... No, I want those destroyers. We're gonna have to build more dockyards. At some point. As well as radars and anti-air. But that's later, I guess. Dockyards. Alright, I'll go ahead and queue them up. They'll get done eventually. Yeah, just go for it. And let me just bring this up to the... Actually, no, they're fine right there. They can be below military factories, and below civilian factories. I think this is too many civilian factories for the start of the game. I'm probably going to go ahead and just, like, take all these ones off. And take, like, a bunch of other ones off. The better way to do it is probably like this. So... Oh, but I could be moving these that I don't want to remove. Probably already screwed it up. Actually, I'm fine. I'd just watch out for East Midlands and West Midlands. Yeah, that's fine for now, I think. Even maybe too much. And I think I will go back to staggering them. Wait, that's 3 in that one? Well, maybe not in that case. The other way to do this is just like this. There we go. Nope. Screwed it up. There we go. Alright, whatever. Good for now. I'm gonna end the episode here. Gonna do one more. Well, not one more. We're gonna do it. I don't know how many episodes. Until I get too hungry to not do them anymore, I guess. So, thank you for watching. See you next time. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this. I know nothing happened, but except me screwing around. But you know, I like to screw around. I think that's fun too. Can't wait till we're communist and we can conquer Ireland, and maybe Belgium before the Germans do. God willing. If they spend all their time on naval foci, then maybe there's a chance we can do it. Okay? Or, you know, like once it gets to 38, 39, they'll probably attack in the east before they attack France or Belgium. I don't know though, it's ahistorical. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time, bye.